Lauren had always considered herself a rational woman. 29, newly married, and now a mother to a 3-month-old boy named Aiden. She had done everything by the book, baby-proofed the house, researched every parenting blog she could find, and bought the best baby monitor on the market. High-definition video, night vision, two-way audio. It was more than a monitor, it was peace of mind. Or so she thought. One night, around 2:13 a.m., Lauren was stirred awake by a soft static buzz. She rolled over, assuming it was Aiden fussing in his crib. She grabbed her phone and opened the baby monitor app. The screen flickered, then focused. Aiden was sound asleep, breathing softly, curled up with his stuffed giraffe. But the sound wasn't coming from him. It was a voice, a child's voice. At first, she thought maybe she tapped the wrong camera feed. But there was only one. Still, the voice continued, crying softly, almost whispering. "Mommy, please, don't close the door again, please. I'll be good." Lauren froze. The voice wasn't a baby's. It was older. A boy, maybe 6 or 7. His words were trembling, filled with fear. And then the video changed. The crib vanished. The wallpaper changed. Instead of Aiden's nursery, the screen showed a dim, cold basement. Concrete floor, cracked walls, a swinging bulb overhead that flickered every few seconds. But Lauren's house didn't have a basement. Terrified and confused, Lauren shook her husband, Mike, awake. He rubbed his eyes and stared at the monitor. "Did you install a second camera somewhere?" he asked. "No," she whispered. "Just the one, in Aiden's room." They both watched as the image on the screen jittered, then steadied again on the basement. The voice had stopped. Now there was silence, but it felt thick, like something was waiting just off screen. Mike tried to reset the app. He rebooted the monitor, even checked the Wi-Fi settings. Everything said it was connected to their only camera. And then, it happened again. This time, the audio crackled louder. The same voice, now sobbing. "Please, no more in the dark. Mommy, please, I'll be quiet this time." Lauren's skin crawled. The voice was closer, not just clearer, closer. As if the child were sitting next to the camera. But there was no camera. Not in their house. By morning, Lauren called the baby monitor company. After a full tech review, they confirmed the camera was functioning normally and broadcasting only one feed, from Aiden's nursery. There were no system errors. No hacking. No interference. Except the signal wasn't theirs. It was bouncing from another source entirely. And that source, according to the tech specialist, was registered at an address 3 blocks away. A house that had been abandoned since 1993. Lauren couldn't shake it. She tried to forget, turned off the monitor, slept with Aiden in her room. But the next night, the app turned itself back on at exactly 2:13 a.m. The boy's voice returned. This time, he was whispering numbers. Over and over, like he was counting, or waiting for something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then silence. She wrote down the numbers. Mike didn't believe her, not really. He thought it was stress. Postpartum, hormones. But Lauren wasn't imagining it. She knew what she heard. She saw it, so she went to the address. It was a forgotten Victorian home on a dead-end street. Weeds climbed up the sides. Windows were boarded. A "For sale" sign hung crooked on the rusted gate. The house was quiet, too quiet. She called the police. They were skeptical at first. But when she told them about the voice, the strange feed, and the monitor data, one officer, Officer Daniels, got very still. He remembered something. Back in the early 90s, a child named Noah went missing from that exact address. His mother claimed he had disappeared into the walls. Everyone thought she was unstable. Eventually, the house was condemned. No one lived there since. That night, the officers brought thermal imaging and equipment. The house was empty, until they reached the basement. There, behind a false wall, they found a sealed room. Inside, a child's mattress, a broken camera, and words scratched into the wall in small, frantic handwriting. "Please leave the light on. Please don't lock me in again. I'll be good." The officers stood frozen. There were no bones, no body, but the air was thick, cold, as if something still lingered. Lauren never used the monitor again. She didn't need to. After that night, the signal stopped. The boy's voice was never heard again. The image never changed from Aiden's peaceful crib. But the story didn't end. 2 weeks later, a neighbor came by with a small box. She said she found it buried in her yard, near the fence line between her home and the abandoned house. Inside was a child's toy, a small metal airplane, rusted from time, and a note. In shaky, childish handwriting it read, "Thank you for hearing me." Lauren cried when she read it. She didn't know what to feel. Relief, sorrow, fear, maybe all three. They demolished the abandoned house soon after. Nothing unusual was found during demolition. No remains, no records, no explanation, but sometimes, late at night, when Lauren rocks Aiden to sleep, she swears she hears something faint on the wind. A whisper, a counting voice, 1, 2, 3, and then, silence, but this time, it feels, at peace. And she hopes, wherever that little boy is, he's finally sleeping without fear.